Related to this is the consumer Western mindset. This is part 2 of effective pastoring, effective ministry. What is the church really about, or what is it to be about? And we have made our churches conform to the Western consumer mindset. Just the fact that you can walk into what we call church and have no relationship with anybody. You don't know anybody there. You've never been there. You can walk in and walk out with a product. You can get salvation. You can get good worship. You can get, notice what you're not getting, relationship. You don't even know anybody. You could just walk in. But we've designed our churches like that. You can walk in here, know nobody and nothing, and somehow get a product, get an experience, and you can walk out. Honestly, it's not that different from a baseball game, a sporting event, or even going to a big store like a Walmart or something, which are consumer driven. You can walk in, find the product you want, pay for it, and walk out. And why have we structured things that way? Because we're influenced by our own culture more than we are the scriptures. If you told an early believer in the first 300 years of Christianity that's what church is, they would laugh at you. They would go, this is crazy. That's not what our God is about. That's not what church is about. It's about a family and believers and people reaching people loving people reaching for God. It's not like a program. That's why you notice the Bible doesn't give us a program of how to do church. It doesn't. It says in the Acts 2 and Acts 4, like they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching, the breaking bread, the fellowship. There's one other one I'm missing right now, but you can go look it up. Basically, those are the fundamental aspects of how they came together. So this consumer mindset, well, why have we set it up that way? We're influenced by our own culture, and also there's the financial aspect. Church takes a lot of money here because we have these buildings. We got to keep the lights on. We got to pay a professional pastor. They didn't have those in the early church. So you have to keep people coming in, so they'll put money into the tithe bucket to pay for all of this ministry. We have misdirected our priorities. Really, the priority should be knowing the people you're with and loving them and caring for each other's needs. What if you and a few families got together and said, we're going to love God together, love each other, and go on mission together? And then, in the midst of that, you might want to fund a particular outreach or a mission or someone in your group. What about their needs? What if somebody lost their job or is having a hard time? Well, you could pool your resources and help them. This is what we see in the early church. People pooled their resources such that there was not a needy person among them. Now, I'm not instantly calling for believers, you have to do this right now, and I don't like communism or socialism or anything like that. I'm not saying it, and it's not going to happen by force, but I'm saying we need to wrestle with the scriptural model. Instead, we have created this third-party force that we call the church, but really the church is the fellowship of believers. I think I talked about it in another video. The word church, C-H-U-R-C-H, is not actually in the Bible. It's not, folks. The word is ecclesia or ecclesia, depends on how you want to say it. And the original, the translators of the King James Bible were going to call it, they were going to keep that word in there, I think. And King James insisted, no, you have to write the word church, because that's how people understand. They understand the building. They understand the corporate structure, and that enforced his power, as King James was head of the church. He didn't want to lose that. Really, the church is the governing body. It's the body of believers. It's a fellowship. It's more egalitarian. It doesn't have a pope. It doesn't have a bishop. There are bishops, but not in the way I think that we've made it. It doesn't have a pope. It doesn't have...
There are lane closures ahead.
Like that. So we're looking at this model that we've made that doesn't really line up with Scripture. And so the Bible talks about a people, a body of people, aligned together. It does not talk about this big corporate structure. And that's part of the reason that we're in the mess that we're in. This self-deceived mess. I'm like, oh yeah, we're doing it. We have great church. And I'm like, you don't even know the people you're with barely. Your pastor doesn't know you intimately. They know you show up every week or you put your tithe money in and all that, but they don't know your deeper needs. And that's why we're seeing little fruit overall. We're having a lot of frustration, a lot of burnout. There's definitely a better way.